podcast. I am Justin Horo, joined as always today by apparently, if you're looking at Wikipedia, Willie Mason, Willie Mason, OG, triple OG. What's doing, brother? Widamoo's taken over for sure, but there's still, I think it's the Tongan contingent.
It was massive in Adelaide, wasn't it? When we were just walking along those, when we got stuck in that fucking traffic on the way back.
Oh.
Yeah, one way in, one way out there, isn't it?
That was awful. Is that the only way?
I think so.
If people were from Adelaide, when we were leaving the Adelaide Oval, we had to cross that bridge and everyone was walking like a penguin.
Yeah. And then straight into the casino. Isn't they the only things open?
It can't be like that every time Adelaide play at the Adelaide Oval, surely.
Because they packed that out for like the Crows and all that kind of
big
stuff.
time. Crows and
awful.
I wonder if Port Adelaide play there as well. Do you reckon both of them play at the same ground? No.
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
No, they'd have different.
Too big.
But yeah, that was torture.
It was awful.
But
Widamoo just come fucking flying out.
There were heaps of Kiwis there, eh? Like our Kiwi fan base is so strong.
But they love Origin as well. So any Kiwi that's working down in Adelaide, of course they're going to love like rugby league, rugby union. So they were all there. It was good.
Yeah. You know where we need them, OG? We've got something coming up, Origin 2.
I know.
So if you've been to pay attention over the last couple of weeks, we went to Magic Round. We had DJ Tiger Town back in the day on the ones and twos. Did a great job. And that was our first time meeting Nick from Ivy Blue Rooftop Bar at 2 Caxton Street. So what we're going to do is we're going to head back there, mate, on Origin, game day, luncheon from 12 to 3 p.m. Right, so here's what we got planned. I'm going to be emceeing the joint.
All right.
I'm going to be emceeing the day. We've got you representing New South Wales. We have the Viliami Tonga.
Yeah, that's the original.
OG.
That is the Viliami.
OG Viliami, Willie Tonga, representing Queensland. We're going to tell all old war stories. Plus, we're going to do some Q&A and confirm that they're going to be giveaways, but those giveaways to be confirmed. And they're going to be good. And potentially, if you don't have tickets to the game, you might want to be there. Put it that way. But we're looking at locking that in. Mason's going to lock that in tomorrow. No matter what, the war stories, the Q&A, plus 3 free drinks provided and canopies for 3 hours. So sliders, pizzas, fries. And I can speak from experience, Mace. We had that while up there.
We had a great time.
Grouse food. So if you want to come and join us and have the full Origin experience from 12 p.m. all the way to the game.
That'll be great.
If you can make it.
I swear, I think, we were speaking to Nick about it, trying to organise it. I'm like, they'll turn up. Because I remember playing a few Origins up there and game day, hey, those blokes are in the fucking pub at 11 o'clock.
And what are they saying to you if you're walking past the Caxton?
They're pouring out of pubs. Remember I called them all rednecks and they fucking took it personal. I'm like, relax. Come on, Mason, you fucking dog. Oh, my God. I was dude, it's like 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Relax. So they're driving from all around Queensland. You got to love Queensland fans because like even
I reckon there'll be heaps of people from New South Wales as well.
Because I'll get that flight up. If you get the 10 o'clock flight up, you want to spend the day in Queensland, being shit down here, you're going to come straight there. So it'll be a great day. Great day.
All right. So if you want to come and see us, we're going to be sharing the link in our bio and on our Instagram on this post. Lukey's going to be cutting it up. And this is the big part of it too. So the old war stories, Mace, how many times have you come in here and wanted to tell some stories?
Yeah, it'd be good. This is stuff that these are stories we can't tell. There'll be no phones and all that.
Put your phones away.
All that, those sort of rules, and just enjoy the company and be a good vibe.
Yep. All right. Speaking of good vibes, let's move on to round 14 review. We are currently at 7.8k subscribers, Mace. Chasing that 10k, Mace. That's almost 500 a week. We're growing.
I'm not a numbers man, but it's flying,
sounds good.
Right?
Yeah, we're going really good. So one thing that I've been loving is the interaction. So what I want you to do is not only subscribe, go follow us on Instagram, but also repost the stories. We want to see you watching the show. We love it when you get that. We'll repost it. Tag Levels Network, and we'll repost you. And let's get that Instagram and the TikToks are flying. Everything's going good. So off the back of that, because you guys have been showing us love, it's time for us. Well, myself, Mace, I've picked a couple of comments. We're going to show you some love. So I've picked out a couple of my favourite comments.
How many comments was it? YouTube comments?
So our latest Origin recap had 23,000 views and 150 comments before I started replying to people. So I picked out a couple of my favourites. Why Mace moves
Does that go on your computer?
Yeah.
Oh, man, sorry.
It changes both of them. So a couple of my favourite ones. I've got a Queensland question and a New South Wales question for you, Mace.
Yep.
So the first one is, I'd love to see Ponga play 6 and push Munster to 7 once DCE retires. Those two with Walshy at the back would be crazy. Billy the Kid. So a couple of layers to that, Mace.
Not as crazy as you think.
Do you like the idea of it? Plus, take into consideration we've also got 3 guys in waiting in Tommy Dearden, Ezra Mam, and Sammy Walker will still be thereabouts. I reckon this could potentially, and everyone knows I'm close with DCE, I think this could be close to his last Origin series.
If they win, it should be. He should leave like that.
And if he goes out on a winning note, I'd be so pumped for him. 20 Origins, not guaranteed. But if he was to retire, Mace, Munster to 7, who partners him? And that's from Billy the Kid.
Yeah, I think like a Dearden. You know what I mean? Like I think he's been waiting in the wings for a couple of years now. He's your right guy. I don't think he's going to push. It's not like the situation where you had JT, Cooper Cronk, and Darren Lockyer, right?
Yep.
Lockyer goes, you move JT out to 6, Cooper Cronk plays 7.
Yep.
That's fucking great because JT's a natural 6. And it's like he's just a half. It just works so well. There's no position in the halves that really rattles JT. Like he's just one of those guys. I don't think.
So do you think Dearden to 6 or 7 doesn't matter as well?
Yeah.
If Munster is.
I mean, I don't
Do you care
think Ponga's a 6.
who wears 7 or 6? Yeah. So you're more opposed to Ponga playing 6 and changing position again. That hasn't worked at club level.
Yeah, 100%. I just think Ponga should be like he'll be pushing for fullback. Well, that's it. Or he plays 14.
Yeah, I like him in the 14.
Yeah, I like him off that. But then because what happens when Ben Hunt? This could be his last series.
Oh yeah, I think DCE and Benny Hunt. This could
nearly be it.
They are playing really good footy at club level, eh? It wouldn't surprise if they go one more year. But I also wouldn't be surprised if this is their last year. The X Factor, and he's been in great form. Ezra Mam.
Yeah,
he's in such
he's
good
going to push as well, right? Like, so you can't just go Munster to 7. I mean, I think Munster could handle it easy. This is nothing on Munster.
Yep.
Switching from 6 to 7. Typically pretty much the same role that he plays. He probably gets the ball more dangerous. He's not going to stick on one side. We want him everywhere.
Yeah.
Queensland would want him everywhere. So I'm not thinking it's not on him. It's who could play 6 really well. Walsh he's played one fucking Origin.
Yeah.
Let's not get carried away.
Do we need to pull up a little bit?
Just pull it up.
We'll get to Walsh.
That kid, he's great. Good on him.
Yep.
He's played one Origin and he can handle it. No one was questioning that he couldn't handle it.
Oh, I think there were some question marks going into it from some people. Not us.
Yeah.
We were always pretty confident. We would have picked Ponga. But also when he was selected, we're like, we understand it.
Yeah, I understood that. I understand. I was only going with Ponga because I just thought they would be loyal to him.
Yeah, same.
That's all it was. Because if you're going on form, you're going to go Walshy. And exactly what they did. That's what I love about Bill.
Yeah,
he
for
picks
sure.
people in
Big
good form.
decision.
Yeah.
Big decision. That hasn't been spoken about enough, I don't think. When you look at it, into it going into the game, although there's been a lot of people that have come out and got after Freddie for his selections.
It's easy when you lose.
Yeah, it's easier when you lose. I think, definitely in hindsight, but there were probably more criticisms around Billy's selections, and the beauty of what he's done is they've gone out and won for him, haven't they?
Yeah.
So Hamiso was a big question mark.
Hamiso was a bigger question mark because you're talking about Gags. He's going to go down in probably arguably like the greatest outside back in Queensland history, right?
How many people?
He's going to be in your 13. He ain't coming off the bench.
How many people in the game right now have Origin in front of their nickname? When you refer to Gags, people refer to him as Origin Gags, right?
Origin Miles. The OG. I thought that was a big thing. And you're picking the hammer out of position as well.
Yeah.
Like Walshy was the form, not the form fucking just fullback, the form player of the comp.
I believe he was leading just before.
I think it was him and Payne Haas.
I think Cody Walker's just taken over this week. Yeah. I could be wrong.
It's not like he went out on a fucking, oh shit, I've got to pick Walshy. This is a big gamble.
Yeah.
The hammer one was a bigger one. And they both come through.
For sure. And you live and die by the sword, right? And that's what Billy's done. So fair play to him. I don't think there's been enough chat about that. All right, the second question is, I would pick, it's more of a statement actually, I would pick Jack de Belin just for his defence because he hits low and hard. The post-contact meters are low when he's in there defending. Mace, I took this one out. This is from Monk. I just put that one in because he was just outside of my team going into Origin 1, but after I noticeably watching Liam Martin sort of go after him defensively by himself, watching Jack de Belin, and if he's okay, right, because he just had the head knock on the weekend, I'd love to see Jack de Belin back in the Origin arena.
Yeah, I think he could handle it, but Jake Trbojevic does the exact same thing.
Jake Trbojevic is out for 6 weeks.
Fuck,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah, he's no good.
Is he?
Yeah, I only did the SEN show with Jimmy on the weekend.
I thought he was fine.
Nah, he's no good, Jakey. So Jakey looks like game 3 at best, I believe. So just say if Jakey is out, can you see a world in which Jack de Belin makes his way into the team?
Not in the game 2. I think he's been playing well.
Yep.
But St George have been playing bad. He's just a great defender. He always has been. He was people sort of forget like what he was before all the bullshit, you know?
He was leading the huddle, man.
He was that dude. He was before Jake Trbojevic was Jake Trbojevic. Do you know what I mean? Like he hits. He's got perfect tackle tech. He's built for Origin. You know, like he is. I wouldn't fucking complain if he's on the bench or if he started the game. I'm not saying you don't deserve it.
Do you think he's lost the step like too much? Do you think
I think he did a little bit, but I think he's come back.
Yeah.
I think he's grabbed that step.
Yeah, so do I.
I think at the start of the year or even the back end of last year when he got to play, I'm like, yeah, he's a fucking fair bit behind. But all he needed was a whole preseason.
Yeah, I agree.
And a bit more football. And you're seeing what you see now. Like I'm not surprised. Fuck, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's in the 17 or part of that 21-man squad that they take.
Yeah, I reckon he's a big chance.
You know, because he's built.
I reckon he was close, and I reckon due to past discretions of what he was involved in, I reckon that's a big part of why.
I think so as well. But sometimes you got to look at like how many not ball hogs, but like a lot ball dominant. I'll say that's in that New South Wales team.
Yep.
It's all about balance. Remember, I don't need some dude getting 18 hit ups.
Yeah,
I need a dude making fucking 30 bangers.
Yes, that's why I like
just running really good decoys and shit like that.
That's why.
That's what you need. That's why you need a Jake Trbojevic. You don't give a fuck how many hit ups he gets. You could have that eight hit ups, 45 tackles, and there no misses. 98% efficiency and all that sort of shit. That's what he gives you in Origin because he cleans the ruck up.
I think him and Jack de Belin could both do that. So
because you do need that because look, Cam Murray's he needs the ball a lot.
Yep.
Liam Martin he's just everywhere. Isaiah Yeo gets the ball a fair bit. Payne Haas, TPJ, all these sort of guys like they get the ball a fair bit, man. In club games and at an Origin level. Sometimes you need that. You need one or two dudes that are happy with like maybe 9 touches, 60 minutes, and just fucking hitting everything, cleaning the ruck up.
When you look at the Queensland team, it's guys like Jai Arrow who are happy to do that.
Jai Arrow,
Jai Arrow's happy to take 8 for fucking.
They had Nate Miles there.
60, yeah.
The blueprints there, like the Billy Moores, the Gary Larsons, and all that. They pick those Origin players. You know, we've got those players. It's just about the mix,
the balance.
You got to have the mix in the right balance, right? You can't have too many big. You know, like you can't have 3 Payne Haases.
Correct.
You know, like you can't, you know, like you need...
Well, it would be nice.
It would be great.
It would be
like
nice.
You can't...
I think I'd find a way to make it work with 3 Paynes.
You know, Isaiah Yeo, Jake Trbojevic and Cam Murray are pretty much nearly the same player.
Well, I think that's what you can't have too much of.
That's what I mean. I could have... Sorry, I'll retract that. I want fucking 5 Payne Haases. Yeah. But you can't have the same ball-playing lock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I need back rolls that fucking hit holes like Liam Martin. You know, like even Jakey's a lock. He's just been pushed into the fucking number 10 from Siebes.
Yep.
Right? And Cam Murray's a lock as well. They're all, you know, they're similar players. They play the ball, they hit the front guys, they go at the back, block for blocks, all that sort of shit. Can't have 3 of those in the team.
That's why I like Jakey as well.
I need some fucking hardcore hitters and just fucking ball runners.
Yeah.
Ferocious ball runners.
Jakey sort of puts it away when he plays Origin because he knows Yowie and Cam Murray basically.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
And his bread and butter is defence for Origin, right?
Well, Cam Murray, what does he know? Like he gets on there. What does he have to do when he comes off the bench? What's his role? I want to know what his role is when he comes off the bench. Do you ball play? Just play.
Yeah.
Like quick play the balls, go flat and fast through the ruck. And that's when you need a fucking cookie. I'll have Cam Murray on the bench when it comes to cook as well.
Yep.
Put him on 30 minutes in.
Yeah. So start Appy.
Start Appy. Just
bring Cam Murray on the same time as Cookie.
Yeah.
Interesting. I like it. Great questions. And that one's from the Monk on YouTube from our last episode. So if you want us to ask a question on here, make sure you put it in the comments for this show and we will address it on preview. So, mates, we're going to, before we get into the show, let everyone know we're going to get into the takeaway. I've got a biggest takeaway from round 14. We've got our Body Science Dog of the Week as per. I've got Scopes DEPRESSOR. This time it's from a winning coach. Very rare, but Sticks is back.
Stick.
Topic 1, potential origin changes. We mentioned a few of them there for the New South Wales team, Mace. I'm going to throw you a couple more.
Yep.
Topic 2, Reece Walsh. He's been chirping. He's been chirping up north, and Trell Mitt responds. So we'll get to that.
Yeah.
And then
and
we'll
Birdie, little Birdie on there.
Yeah, Birdman's in there.
Always. Little grub. He's the grub.
Nothing the Birdman can do now, respectfully. And
Yeah.
his best work is texting because his voice is gone now, so he
Can't
couldn't
hear
even
it.
say it. But I love all that shit, and we'll get to it. All right, my biggest takeaway from round 14 for you to discuss, Mace. Big name origin plays in extreme doubt after cruel injuries. So, Nathan Cleary, the best of the bunch, hamstring, 6 weeks, most likely missing in all of origin. Jack DeBellin, same game, HIA. I had him as a potential. I've chucked him in there, even though he didn't play origin. I think he was
He would have been in the top 25.
I think he'll be thereabouts. Jai Arrow and Cam Murray, double blow for South Sydney. Jai Arrow is out of origin, ankle, 8 weeks, confirmed. Cam Murray was a groin, and then yet to be determined. Tom Gilbert, still from origin, shoulder, we seen that, didn't look good. I doubt we'll see him in origin too. If he does, he's a beast. And then the other one is Tommy Turbo, HIA. He misses, I think it's still ongoing. Manly have put in a petition to see if he can play this Friday, but he's within the 11 days of the Category 1 protocols.
Right.
So Turbo is out.
Rules are rules.
Rules are rules, you think?
Yeah.
So they've put together, basically their argument is based around
The severity of it.
yeah, well, the fact that someone that's sitting in a bunker miles away from the actual assessing a player.
This is the biggest grey area.
Yeah, this is where all the grey area comes from, right? They've given him Category 1. Category 1 is 11 days. I'll throw you an example. At the start
So the doctor's not, as I said, I think we've discussed this before.
Yeah.
The doctor's not even there testing you physically.
No.
He's just like, he's showing signs of grade 1.
Here's where they've got to get it right.
Shit show.
So, all right, Category 1, I reckon Category 1 has to be confirmed from the doctor because I believe that maybe the report come down from the ground that Tommy Turbo wasn't as severe as Category 1 or what was perceived. So I'll give you an example. At the start of the year, I was watching a game. I think I told you about this. You might have missed it. Jared Wallace was playing in a game against, I believe it was maybe the Broncos or the Cowboys, one of those games. Old Mutters Wallace was fucking blowing, right? He's playing in the middle of the big fella. He hadn't played much minutes. But by the way, Mutters Wallace, the one hand pickup from dummy half,
saw it.
It got me, right?
Yeah.
So he got a Category 1. He was fucking tired, right? So he rolled out of a tackle, and he sort of, I watched him, right? And
So he didn't
get hit.
No,
He didn't get hit.
He was fatigued.
He was fatigued. And he sort of gets up and he's stumbling in the back. Anyway, they pull him. He gets a Category 1. But he was sweet. The doctor.
fucking kidding me.
Yeah, so he missed the next week because of it. He missed another week of footy. So 1, he wasn't able to return to the game. And 2, he didn't
Just because he was fucked and his body language was awful.
But so I was going, because when I was watching it at first, I was like, he might as well as he's fucking a bad way here. And then he sort of just gets up and he like fucking jumbles and bumbles and shit. And then he gets back into the line. Anyway, yeah, so it was sort of just swept over. No one really spoke about it too much. Anyway, so that's my breakdown. Obviously, some really big names there, Mace. Cleary, the biggest one. We'll get to more of that as we go on. Out of the other names, so Jai Arrow, Cam Murray, Tom Gilbert, Tommy Turbo. Who's the biggest loss? Who do you think's the biggest loss out of that game?
For New South Wales or just for the clubs?
Just in general. So you got there's one Queenslander. Oh, there's 2 Queenslanders in Jai Arrow, Tom Gilbert versus Cam Murray and Tommy Turbo.
Cam Murray's huge. Just he's
Because
so
of Turbo's
versatile,
health
man.
in general, right?
Queensland, I think. Who's the other one?
Gilbert.
Gilbert.
Tommy
Gilbert.
yeah. Tom
They
Gilbert.
miss Gilbert. He's fucking psycho. You know what I mean? Like
He
he wants to
wanted
go
it.
at it, man.
He wanted that
wants
smoke,
it.
eh?
Like he's that guy that you just want to. You love playing with. It's like, thank fuck he's on our side. He's fucking Luke O'Donnell, mate.
the Donsky.
2.0. I think it's pretty shit what's happening. I think. So what is your biggest takeaway, Buck?
So
is it the
my
injuries?
biggest takeaway is if you're in a position and you were coaching with all these injuries, mind you, the Tom Gilbert and Tom Turbo one have come from Origin. Would you be more inclined for not only the betterment of the player, but also Origin, but more so your club, with the way and how physical these games are these days, to just do the Wayne Bennett I know he's on this, his name's on this list, but Tom Gilbert and Hamiso Tabuai weren't named for Dolphins, so they could not have played no matter what.
And that was in New Zealand as well, so he pulled it.
If you were a coach, we seen Tavita Pangai Jr. wearing the 23, Fox wearing the 22. Not specifically on your club, but as a coach, are you hesitant after, three of the stars potentially for their teams going down and looking like
probably hesitant. I think the word is hesitant because do you think it's a bit of is it luck? Like a hamstring that looks like it's just, he's got a lot of those lower body sort of injuries. Clearly, hasn't he? He's been known for, like he's had groins, hamstrings.
Well, Ivan said he was sweet at training and they had the 4 days break, 5 days break from so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
They had the longest break. The last game on the Sunday. You'd love to be looked after like Wayne did as a player. As I said, but you hear all these older players and even guys from my generation, you earn your money as an Origin player backing up.
It's different.
I'm like, did we get more rest, or was the game it was as physical, but was it as fast? Was it as demanding? You know what I mean? They just sprint everything that they're doing, what they're doing off the field. It just coincides with injuries on the field. You know what I mean? I'm like,
they're getting bigger, stronger, and faster.
Bigger, stronger, faster. Like they're at trumpet. I think the club training is fucking demanding. I know for a fact. I watch these guys, what they go through. You've got to be on every single session. I mean, I remember playing some Origins and then not rocking up the next day, maybe coming on Friday, walk around, and then just play Saturday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There wasn't much running. But
do you think that still happens now for most clubs?
A little bit, yeah. But I mean, I just think, I can't really say. I'm like, is Origin faster? Is it more physical? Is it more demanding than it was 10 years ago?
For sure. That's just the nature of sport.
It has to be, right? It just has to be. You'd have to be an arrogant prick to go, it was physical in the 80s. It's fucking totally different.
Yeah, it's all relevant to what area you play in.
So I know exactly what these guys go through. So I'm like, fuck. And then you're like, the club's the one that pays you. This is what sucks about having an interstate game as the fucking pinnacle of the game.
Of our game, in the middle of our game.
In the middle of the year. And you're like, you've got to, you know how hard it is to play Origin?
Yeah.
How hard it is to get into Origin and to even play a whole full Origin series. They've got to play through 8 weeks of football, right?
Yeah.
Or just say 11, 12 weeks at the start. And then there's 8 weeks right in the middle of the year, 3 of the hardest games you'll ever fucking play if you never play another game in your life.
How was it coming back for you? I've never asked you this before as well, like the letdown after Origin.
It's fucking awful. Thanks for bringing it up. But, mate, it is terrible. Some of the games, like Origins games that I've lost, it's some of the most shattered I've ever been in my NRL career. That's the way you put it. And I've played over 300 games and a shitload of rep football now. Some of those Origins, specifically remember, when we lost in 06.
Yep.
I was like, fuck this. You just want to turn your phone off and just fuck off somewhere, to just get away.
But you've got to play Rabbitohs on Sunday.
You got to, how do you get up for that shit?
Who were coming last at the time.
And you obviously, drinking culture back then was fucking in, wasn't it? You're just sitting there going, I'm fucking shattered.
If it was in, you were leading it.
Yeah, and I was fucking, exactly. And you might have the bye, you might not.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of games where I've just backed up and just you just play. Because you want to be that dude. Because you hear the stories from the players in the 80s and 90s. They did that. They were always the best players. So it's embedded in you. You've got to go back to your club. That's what I'm saying. The club's the one that, so you're talking to McCleary and all these, they're paying you 1.2 mil. Cherry Evans, Ben Hunt, we expect you to play. Without, you have all the rest in the world, but we expect you to strap up on Sunday.
Yep.
Cherry got the bye. Ben Hunt had to go to fucking Penrith. Yuck.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
And he was fucking outstanding again.
He was great, and that's why you're paying 1.2 mil, and he deserves every cent he gets.
Fucking know if he does.
They're the ones that's a hard game to get up for. That would have been fucking really harder than the Origin.
Yeah.
Penrith come at you.
The mindset of it all, I know what you're saying there. But people listening, it's obviously not physically, but mentally getting up for a game
3 or 4 days after, and you're you are fucking sore. Ben Hunt ain't no spring chicken. This is not 2013. This is 2023. Ben Hunt's 33.
55 minutes in the middle.
He feels
plays lock, center.
Everything. He feels all the hits. He's got to cop everything. So it's a hard one. It's so hard. You got to think the game. It's a contact sport. There's going to be injuries. There's going to be concussions.
right.
There's
You
going to
can't
be
ever
soft
avoid it,
tissue.
100%, can
you
you?
cannot avoid it. It's like, this is what, who butters your bread? The club. What's the pinnacle of the game? Origin. Fucking oath I want to play. Yep. I want to go in as hard as I can. Then I'm going to go back to club. I'm going to go as fucking hard as I can in that. That's your mentality. And that's what separates the greats from all the little fucking guys who just want to play, you know, like fucking reserve grade and first grade. You know what I mean? Like that's the difference why these guys get paid the $1 million contracts. They're week in, week out. That's the club that pay you that bread. Origin, that's the pinnacle. You'd play fucking nearly for free, but pretty much not now because you're so fucking sore and the game's earning millions off you. But it's just the way it is. It's the nature of the beast, and you just got to do it. And we all love playing Origin, and but we love going back to club football too, to be the best fucking player.
Yeah, you're not downplaying club football, just the low that comes after playing an Origin that next week.
Yeah.
That's the hardest game.
It is
and
the
then you get
hardest
back
game.
into a rhythm and then you sweep.
Yeah, because you need 2 or 3 weeks and you get, you know, play this week, next week, and then you go back into Origin camp, hopefully. You know, some players would be hard for them to play like that one game. They get done, or play 2, they get done for 3. Game 3. So a lot of players have to go through that. That's even a fucking bigger roller coaster. I've been lucky enough to complete all series that I played in. You know, some blokes, you know, that I know, Bobcat always jokes around. He'd always play in game 1 and 2 and then get dropped for 3. Or game 1 and then game 3, or 2 and 3. Like he never completed a series.
Okay.
And he goes, that's a fucking roller coaster. I never thought of it like that.
Yeah.
So these guys like Tavita, they're talking about all these other guys who are coming in and out. Like, you just got to pick and stick sometimes, where Queensland do. But obviously we've got to make some changes with some injuries now.
Yep,
we'll get into that. But main point is, it just is what it is. Like blokes would fucking, you're sitting there, everyone else is not part, the 26 players that aren't playing that are eligible for New South Wales and Queensland would fucking kill for your spot.
100%.
That's what you got to think.
Because you know why? The DOWGS. Body Science dogs. Here we go with the high protein vanilla. But you know what they like chewing on? Like it's a fucking bone. Get me out that low carb bar there, Moose. Mace. Moose bar. That is the passion fruit cheesecake mousse bar. All the dogs love it. It's like a delicious guilt-free snack of dessert that is high in protein, low in carb and sugar with 3 grams of collagen. You love that, AG. Keeps you nice and fresh. Keeps the skin looking fucking the grouse. Naturally sweetened BC mousse bars currently available in Woolworths, Chemist Warehouse, online at bodyscience.com.au and in independent supplement retailers, plus in kennels of dogs and Body Science Dog of the Week. So, Mace, give us your Body Science Dog of the Week for round 14.
All right, so I wanted to go with a guy who
I'm going to eat too, so you just keep talking while I get in mine.
Excuse people at home. I wanted to go with a guy who played on the Wednesday and backed it up. I couldn't really find a dude who was absolutely killed. Payne Haas was one of them because that was a massive effort. I think he played nearly 60 minutes in the middle, close to like 200 metres. Paddy Carrigan again, about 50 minutes, massive impact, and same as Jersey Flegler. Like he was outstanding. And I wanted to go, that game was fucking hard. And some people go, oh, it's very, it's a short turnaround. I'm telling you people, you want that short turnaround if you're an Origin player. You think, obviously, Payne Haas coming off a losing game, and he was I think he was one of our best. But have a look at the other guys, how fucking pumped they were, like Walshy and all those sort of guys. They didn't give a fuck how many days it was. But playing 2 days after a game, you want it straight away.
Yep.
The toughest carry is what Ben Hunt had. The Sunday. You feel everything, his age and everything. You feel every fucking day of 33. Terrible. You're playing against fucking Penrith. Yuck. I feel for you, Ben Hunt.
It's wet. It's raining.
Oh, it's just like, fucking Liam Martin wants to kill me all fucking game. Relax, kid. Come on, man.
You're driving past Krispy Kremes there at the front. You're like, geez, I'd love one of them.
I'd love one of those. He's probably hung over a little bit, just coming out of it. Going, oh, fucking hell. But I couldn't go past Katoni Staggs.
I love it.
He's a fucking weapon.
Dog.
Why aren't we fucking screaming his name for Origin? He was nowhere near that. Like it wasn't even in people's like thoughts. They'll go on Crichton, Trebojevic, Campbell Graham. I'm like, I think Campbell Graham. Turbo. Like he was like fifth choice.
Yep. Have you got his stats? You want me to read him out? Or you got him?
I got his stats. 18 hit ups, 222 meters. 54 post contact. I don't give a fuck about his tackles. I think he made 9.
That's all right.
9 stats, 80 minutes.
8 tackle breaks.
8 tackle breaks, but it's like
and a piece of meat.
But I love the way that he's come. Like last year, everyone was like, we want him to get more touches. And even I was just like, why doesn't he want the fucking ball? That's probably the knock on
that was the biggest knock on him, his involvement,
Like,
for
get
sure.
around the other side when they're kicking to your wing. He just lets the fucking forwards go.
His tough carries this year.
Now he's coming, and he set the tone straight off the kickoff, right? Got the ball, and I'm like, fuck, because he's a brick, man. He's short, he's strong, and he ran straight into
Have you
fucking
embraced Katoni before?
Finucane. You know what I mean? Like him, and I was just like, fuck that. Finucane's on. That first hit up, he's on.
Even at training, he's on.
The contact, it was massive. He did it twice. I was just like, fucking, I love that shit because like I knew the Sharks were up for that game. They wanted to set the tone. They wanted to get at him.
Bash him at home.
And it's like, do you think Talakai's a small man? He's 110 kilos, was going at him all game. And he got the best of him. So he's my body science dog of the week, Tony Staggs. His name needs to be tossed up if Turbo's not available. I know Critter's there.
Yep.
I know Critter's there.
Campbell Graham.
I know Campbell Graham's there. But like at least, I'm not saying he's going to be inside. Just throw his name in there.
Yeah.
Tony could do a job.
Well, so he played Origin 1. He injured himself on that Xavier Coates tackle last year.
And he kept playing.
He kept playing for a little bit. He was busted. Then that's when Critter ended up coming on in his position, right? And then he got dropped and played at Tonga in the test for game 2. He was straight away. And then it's almost like, it feels like not only the selectors, but the punters have put a line through Katoni.
Yeah. It's
I
weird,
think
man.
it was
It's weird.
Someone from Fox, Mick Ennis or Cooper Cronk said it. I reckon he's in way better form this year than he was going into game 1 last year.
Absolutely killing it this year.
He's on fire. So
It's just unfortunate that Critter's killing it, and so is Campbell Graham. So he's down the pecking order a little bit.
yeah, it's funny. I reckon
People are just going to have to fall over.
yeah.
You have to do a Stephen Bradbury on him.
All right, moving on to my body science dog of the week. I'm going the old boy. I'm going vintage SJ. Shawnee Johnson.
Ooh. Whoa.
Look at these stats for fucking Shawnee. 80 minutes.
He's
obviously.
back, man.
He is fucking back in a big way. 12 carries for 127 meters.
He didn't have a carry last week, you know that?
Didn't he not?
Yeah.
Well,
So
there
he
you
fucking
go.
shut everyone up.
Well, perfect. You know, this is the way you respond to criticism if there was. I didn't realise that. 5 tackle breaks, 2 line breaks, 27 tackles, only the 1 miss. And I want to highlight that. I think defensively this has been his best ever year. He had, if there was one person that was causing any sort of danger, I was calling that for SEN that game. Connolly Lemuelu, he's having a fucking great year.
Yeah, he's good.
And he was having a good game, and he was the only one causing dramas. And Shawnee just kept on chopping him. And he's done it all year because I've tried to attack him defensively with my anytime jam, right?
Yeah.
I've gone after him because I thought like trying to isolate Shawnee, he's getting to the end of his career. Only 1 miss, 0 errors, and guess what? 2 pieces of meat.
Yeah.
First one, drifting across field to the left, little show and go, left, straight under the post. 5 minutes into the game, intentions has fucking been shown, have been set for the game. And what do? You ice it in the second half as well when you got all the running. This time, my right's just as good as my left. Bang, right foot, straight through the middle. Scores
Give you a little
just to the
Shaun
right-hand side
Johnson
of the post.
story.
Yeah.
2013 All-Stars camp. He played that game where he runs this way, you're trying to stop it like that.
Oh, yeah.
I said, fucking give me Shaun Johnson. I'm trying to cut.
You called out Shawnee. That's prime Shawnee too.
Yeah, prime Shaun Johnson, fucking 33-year-old Mason. Fuck this little prick.
Yeah, I love that shit.
Fucking bang, hit me with the left foot, didn't touch him. I was like, holy shit. And I had the square hips and everything. I come at him like that. I thought he was going to hit me with a double bang, bang, bang.
You got really good technique too.
Yeah, I was just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And fucking Hayden Knowles pissed himself laughing.
Yeah, Knowles
said,
did.
fuck you, don't you dare show anyone that.
Oh, fuck, how good.
I'm pretty sure it's on fucking YouTube.
Is that when you go cross and then you come through
Yes,
the middle? And
yes.
you can go
And
either
it's
way,
just like, and or something you have to race.
It's like a touch drill.
Yeah, I was just like, yeah, you school.
Give me SJ.
I was like, you little fuck.
Oh, good.
So that's what, just give me those vibes. I was just like, when he come off his left, he come off his right.
Yeah.
Both feet, man. That kid, before that, we played in that game in 2015 when he got injured. Remember he got his ankle? Like syndesmosis, it was real bad.
Yep.
Hasn't really been the same since.
Well,
It was fucking 8 years ago.
he had a really good. So people say this all the time. I know he's had a couple of down years, but no, because he gets a lot of criticism. For this.
Yeah.
I thought his Sharks year. There was a Sharks year just before he left.
Yeah.
Was really good.
The year before he left.
Yeah,
was
the year
fucking
before
great.
he left, he was in really good nick. He sort of changed his game into more of a bit of a game manager. Like Benji,
Yeah.
developed that. Mate, the way he kicks to corners and chases and
he's
he's
good,
in everything
man.
and defensively.
But people just want to see his
This is
effort, right?
is as good as, arguably his highlight years.
The hit on him was like at Cronulla because he wasn't having it like a cracker. Like there was some games where he didn't hit the ball up. Like you want him like at least attacking the game, at least like, attacking the 10 hit-ups minimum.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like the kicks are great. Like he defends good. He's got all that sort of stuff, but I want him attacking the line.
Yeah,
and that's what he's doing now. Like,
he went completely
mate.
opposite, right? He was a runner, stepping, jinking, crossing across field, and then he turned into a full-on game manager.
Yeah.
And right now, this year, I believe he's got a beautiful little marriage of both together.
Yeah, and it's great. He's playing some great football.
Yep.
And I'm happy for him because he did cop a fucking fair bit, man.
All right, AG. Let's get into Scopes Depressor of round 14. And it's none other than the OG, triple OG when it comes to depressors. For whatever reason, he even won this week and he's still got it. So what I'm going to do is, if you haven't watched it, this is, you're not going to be able to see it because honestly, you've got to go back and watch it. The theatre is worth it all.
That's good.
But I'm going to play it to you so you can listen to it if you haven't heard the audio yet.
A tough team.
Yeah, Rick, you left Jared out obviously this week. Joe said everyone stay composed and you were proud of him for the composure, but I don't know, did you think they missed Jared a little while?
He's shitting himself.
When did we miss him, mate?
When did you miss him?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, you ever missed him?
It was 18-0 with 67 to go.
And then they scored 3 tries and it got a bit hectic there.
There you go.
You reckon
Nice.
Jared would have stopped those 3?
Who knows?
Yeah, when you're a leader, I'm only one of the leaders of the club.
When you're a leader.
And it was a risk. But in leadership, you've got to take a risk. And these Muppets who have been bagging me, they're all the guys who read the textbooks and talk about courageous leadership, man management.
So do you know who? I'll keep playing it. Do you know who he's talking about?
No.
I believe it's someone to do on Fox. I think it's something. I think maybe Cooper Cronk questioned him. So I think So I'm trying to add some context to it. I think he's having a crack at Cooper Cronk.
Oh, it is with a book.
Corporate functions.
Yeah, functions.
But they can't actually execute it. They're not the people I want in my football team. They're not the people I want in the trenches with me. There wasn't a player there tonight that didn't want Jared to have his 300th game at home.
And I agree.
I didn't plan this last week. What I did was the right thing by all our Canberra fans, not to go out and buy tickets and come here to save their hard-earned money, because I wanted to make sure they knew that I was resting Jared this week. I could have kept Jared in the team all week.
It's fucking great.
They would have bought their
I
tickets,
actually like it.
or they would have had to come down here after work to see Jared play 300. But no, I did the right thing. I was open and honest, which I was probably wrong to be open and honest. I'm not going to just lie.
You're the grouse sticks.
It really shitted me off that these so-called experts who have never man-managed, who have never been leaders in regards to making tough decisions, and that was a big risk tonight. And I knew I was going to cop it.
Yeah, you were.
Cop it from every one of you in here tonight if we had got beaten. But I was prepared to take the risk.
Fuck yes, Sticks. You're the man.
That's
That's
leadership.
why they fucking love you.
That's
Not these other Muppets who pretend
Yeah,
they know.
He's having a great Coops for sure.
You get to have the 300 off the back of a win. And
Oh, how good. Fuck, I love him. I love him.
Muppets.
I love him. And you know what? The funny thing of it all, right? We agreed. I think we agreed. I think if you were to poll people for his reasons for doing it, I think it was majority, maybe 80% people.
Yeah.
80% of the people agreed with him. I don't know. Maybe let us know in the comments if you disagreed with what Sticky did last week by resting Croker to play his 300 at home. I thought it was a great decision.
Mate,
But
I cannot fault him. I love everything he said then.
He's legit. I know it's the crowd.
I want to know who he's coming at, but is he coming at Coops with the
I
book
think
and
it's
that?
Cooper Cronk. I think it's Cooper Cronk. If anyone had heard, maybe, again, it was Jimmy Smith that told me on SEN that Coops had said something about the decision, right? So,
Coops.
Hilarious.
Fuck.
So that's the little battle that we never knew we needed.
Ricky just hates
Sticks,
halfbacks, man.
He legit. He only needs. He goes, "Oh, you Muppets in here!" He's spraying all the media. Like there might have been some people that were in there going, like, not even
3 tries.
Yeah, he got like the guy started. To his credit, whoever the journalist
That was all right.
he was shitting himself when he's first asking the question.
Or
but
he's just a little dude for Canberra Times.
he goes, but what about, he goes, what, you reckon he would have stopped all those tries? And he goes, probably would have helped.
Probably would have helped. And he just crept off to the side.
Probably not all of them. Oh, I love that shit.
Yeah, I love him, mate.
That's why the presses are the fucking best.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Roasty and our boy Caesar's Palace. I know he watches all the time. He loves our content. So
Roasty loves it.
That Sticks that's as good as it gets from him. That's why I love depressors, even when they win. All right, we talked a little bit about it. OG topic 1 is going to be potential origin changes. I'm going to chuck a few names out that have been probably criticised, questioned, and in particular debutantes. So, if everyone was fully healthy, would you make any changes to New South Wales, excluding Latrell? So I think we both agree upon Latrell goes straight back in. Left centre?
Yeah, Latrell.
That's a lock?
Yeah.
All right. So the big names, let's start with them.
That's a good question, man.
And this is, we can just work through this too. This doesn't have to be set in stone. Teddy, Turbo, well, Cleary's out now, so that's easy. And Isaiah Yeo. They're the big names that have copped a lot of criticism. Teddy for too much involvement and maybe Yoey, and then Turbo for the opposite in probably just didn't get involved as much, looked a little bit hampered. So all three of those names are available and fit. They stay in the team.
They stay in the team because simply they've played Origin before and they know what it takes to win a game too.
Yep.
And they can tweak their game a little bit. Isaiah Yeo can just tuck the ball and just go fucking hard.
You think that's the only difference for him?
I think that's it. He doesn't have to pass all the time. As I said, he gets the lion's share of the ball because he's fit and he's always on the ball and he's always in good shape.
Yep.
He gets great shape. He demands great shape. He always gets that lead and you always got the guy at the back. Don't have to always pass it.
Does that change now, no Nath, or even more so if a new half comes in?
I think it's great. I think Nico Hines should slide straight in there. Why people even tossing up any other name is fucking ridiculous.
Yep.
The only reason why Nico Hines isn't starting 7 is because Nathan Cleary's so fucking good.
Yep.
That's it. Everyone's just like he's a top 5 player in the world. Do you know what I mean? Like he's been doing this shit for at least 18 months now. And he deserves a 7.
Yep.
No questions asked.
So he was another one. So he copped a lot of criticism because in his 12 minutes he missed that tackle on Munster where he sort of ran into Cleary out of position.
That is
very tough.
Absolute dog shit.
Very tough.
Whoever's been criticising him, I get it. Do you know what I mean? But like, I don't get it. He was on there for 11 minutes or something like that, and pass from Harry Grant, straight to Munster, skip past 3 people, playing out of position. He just got on. They've been out there for 71 minutes. The fucking lights and that would have been in his eyes. All that sort of shit. He just fucking acclimated to the actual game.
He gets a full
week. Did not expect that.
He gets a full 10 days. 7, I'm the guy. I'm running the show.
Mate, he's going
to kill it?
Yeah, he'll kill it.
Yeah,
like
I'm
he's built
pumped
for
for him.
Origin. He is so fit and always on the ball. No one can stop him, mate. I don't know how much how fit that kid is, but like I'm putting him in front of any other 7. And because of his fitness, people don't understand that he gets around the field that fucking
his
good.
Work rate.
He's always attacking short sides. He keeps you honest all the time. His kicking game's good.
Which is perfect for
Kicking
Origin.
game's great. Perfect. He's perfect Origin player. I don't care what position he's playing. He's going to be always on the ball, always out the back of Yoey, always out the back of fucking Cam Murray. Everything that I'm not sure if Cam Murray's going to fucking play either.
Yeah, Cam Murray would be 50-50.
You know, like he's always going to be there. He's a fucking good defender. He doesn't miss any tackles. He missed that one tackle on Munster. I know it was crucial, but fuck, you can't hold it. You can't. They should never even got out there anyway. If you break that fucking play down,
Yep.
should never. The middle's got nowhere near Harry Grant, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's
Just
true.
Forget
Not
about
enough
that.
inside pressure.
No inside pressure.
Teddy's got to pull back a little bit, or are you happy to Teddy to play his role and he's he
He
stays?
just needs it. There was a couple of plays there. No one would be going near Teddy if he just probably, if he had his time in, just pass the early ball to Fox instead of going again.
Straighten up a little bit more.
Yeah,
a little
and
bit
he just
early
a little
ball.
flick. Fox
just
would
little
score.
tweaks.
Just little tweaks, and this is why he's the captain of our state,
Yep.
and this is why he's played 20 fucking Origins, and he's got about 10 Brad Fittler awards and Wally Lewis awards.
Yeah.
You go on one game,
It's crazy,
He
man.
still played over 2. He still run over 200 meters.
Yeah.
He just didn't make the right plays on some plays. They were under the pump the whole time. Everyone expects. I saw a good interview after the game with the Bulldogs and the Roosters.
Yep.
And he was just saying like he was trying to be this. He's trying to be this leader, and he's not that sort of vocal sort of leader. He's a fucking doer.
Yeah.
He just gets on there and says it.
I love
Other
that.
people just need to take
Changes
that
mindset.
Yeah, take that mindset back a couple of years ago. Like he don't say shit. Because Boyd Cordner was captain and all that kind of stuff. He just sort of slid in there, runs out first, and he's got a lot of leaders in there. Well, that's Teddy. Teddy just has to be Teddy. Couple of little tweaks. Yoey, couple of little tweaks. Not much.
Turbo. That's a big one.
I want to see like it just.
He's not going to play until Origin 2.
Yeah, see, that's the fucking question mark. This is what the selectors, and there needs to be some real honest talks here when Freddie needs to sit Turbo down and say, are you ready to go? Or what percentage are you at, Turbo?
This is coach defining for Freddie.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, we fucking go up there and we get our asses kicked game 2. Fuck. We can't have that. Like, I need, like, if you got, just say Turbo needs rest till like, game 3. Like, then you can put him in. Like, I want it like at 90%, 95%.
What if you don't play Turbo and the series is done? And then that right centre gets
This is why
That's the hardest one, right?
Freddie. This is why Freddie gets paid to be the state coach only.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you got to know your players.
You
got to know the mindset of your players as well. It's a personal thing here. This is the talk that they need to have. Are you ready to fucking go? Like, am I going to see the same Turbo that I saw in game 1? Because if I do, I'm going to pick fucking Stephen Crichton or Tony Staggs, these young bulls or Campbell Graham who are ready to fucking roll. You know what I mean? That's the honest conversation that needs to be happening.
I think you have to do, man. I think you have to, as tough as it is. You know what it is? You know what people don't underestimate, Mace, is you know it better than anyone. Relationships.
Yes.
So Turbo's done the job for Freddie before. So there's that relationship of knowing that, one, he likes the kid because everyone loves Turbo, everyone loves Jakey, everyone loves Teddy, everyone loves Nath, right?
Yeah.
They're not big ego guys, even Yowie. They're really good.
They'll do the job. That's what I mean. You can't question. That's why you can't question what they're going to do.
Which makes it hard when you've got to make those tough decisions, like Billy did with Gags.
Yeah, and it's going to be a tough call, and it's going to be. But you'd expect that from Freddie. He's a grown-ass man.
Yeah, he's got him. Yeah,
you know, like he has that great relationship with his players. Do you know what I mean? So I want to sort of see that. Or he doesn't even question it, and he picks Turbo. Like, I don't think that's right.
Well, a lot of our comments have been calling for you to coach New South Wales OG. So if you do, I'm in. Me and Lukey assistant. The two more just before we move on. I thought they played good in game 1, but they were under pressure regardless of if they lost. They were always going to be under pressure, and that's Jerome Luai and Stephen Crichton because of this distaste for the West.
That's what it is. If they played for the Roosters or South, would you think anyone would be calling for him? For Luai? Has Luai done anything wrong other than just be just a little cocky little fucking
talking that
and
shit.
winning and just being that dude with the speakers doesn't fit the narrative of how that player should look? Get fucked. Just measure him and on what he's doing on the field. I think he's doing well enough, not even to be questioned. I thought he played well enough in game 1.
They can
not to be
together,
questioned.
Nico and
Crichton was the top 3 player on the field.
Yeah, I thought he was really good.
He looked dangerous as hell. They just looked out of sync, the whole team. Let's not go and just try and dive into anyone. Like guys like Luai, he's done it.
Just a touch off.
Yeah, just a little tweak. And they just need to there's a couple of passes hit the ground, passes behind. It doesn't happen, shouldn't happen in Origin. Yep. Everything's fucking crisp. It's how they train. If you've ever seen a fucking Origin team train, someone drops a ball, someone's going to get shot. You know what I mean? You put so much pressure on yourself because you're playing with the best.
Yeah, you can't.
No one fucking
Arizona.
Yeah. And then there's a couple of times there where some of our best, the passes were it's not up to their standards.
Yeah.
We had so many players that are so great in that team that were off, and Queensland had no one off. You had Lindsay Collins fucking running over there and jumping over Teddy. When is that going to ever happen again?
That's true.
You know what I mean? That's just we said it last week. It's fucking great for Lindsay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you're probably never going to see that again for another 50 years.
Yeah, that was
you know what I mean. That's a fucking great play, great mate. Good on him.
But everyone has their origin.
Everyone has their moments and stuff like that. And I'm glad for Lindsay Collins. But you know what? I'd like to see. I always judge Origin teams on I go 1 to 17. I'll go. If everyone plays their best, who wins? I still think New South Wales. And I said that game 1 we were just off. But we can't have 5 or 6 players off.
And you're up by 2 with 10 minutes to go.
We cannot have with 12 players.
Yeah.
It's fucking impossible. That's, as I said, he's going to go down in Queensland folklore again.
Yeah.
Probably with another fucking 20 games.
Yeah. They've had about 3 of them in the last 5 years.
Yeah. It's
iconic
ridiculous.
fucking folklore moments.
And it's we were thinking, I thought Mark Coynes was going to be the one and only in 95.
That 2020 series was fucking pretty crazy too. All right, topic 2. They think they're better than everyone down there in the blue. They think they own the game. Reece Walsh.
Yeah, I love that shit.
He was interviewed. I think it was after the game.
Was it after the Origin game?
I think it was. I should have got that up. Sorry, but it's after the game or the day before.
You're feeling great. Feel great about yourself.
So, Trell Mitt responds with the yawn emoji. So you poking the big dog too. You're poking the beast. We've been talking about the beast is sitting there waiting. He's getting better. He's on the Corey Norman tech.
Yeah,
he's fucking getting
Greg Norman.
he's getting the calf ready. We love Walshy OG. Any advice for the Origin rookie?
Yeah, I think a lot of that shit gets taken out of context, right? They'll ask you a billion questions and they'll slice it how they want.
Yeah.
Fucking great. Would have stole papers. They got everyone pissed off. Remember I told you when I called it's not, and it's the tone that you say. It probably would have been, I want to see the interview before I hear the words.
Okay.
Because you're talking to a bloke who's been fucking not misquoted but taken out of context, the best of it, 1,000 times. Because most of the shit is built for this podcasting because it's all talking. I'm talking to journos like they're my mates.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then
Like
all
it's
of a
going to
sudden
come.
they
You,
just
you
go-
take some words. It's like, holy shit! Did I call 65,000 rednecks? But it wasn't out of that context. They're like, what do you expect in game 2? Oh, just the same shit, man. Like 50, 65,000 rednecks going fucking crazy, having a good time, throwing this.
Yeah.
It was
Can't
in that
wait.
tone.
Can't wait.
It was in that tone,
Yeah.
right? And it doesn't sound that bad.
No.
You take that shit out of context, go 65,000 rednecks,
Exclamation
fucking
mark.
this and yeah. It was just, and I was like, yeah, I did say that, but I did fucking say that. And I'm like, oh well, it is what it is.
Yep.
You know, like it's like a love-hate relationship. I didn't like mean it like that. I'm just like, I've played at some court. What are you expecting? They would have asked that. What do you think about the Blues? They think they own they think they own the game down there, right? Yeah, they do. Yeah, I think that as well. Like, all you have to do is say yes to that, whatever that question is. You just got to fucking just be smart, Walshy. Just be smart.
Yeah.
Especially after that, you're feeling good. You're feeling
lesson.
good.
It's a good lesson.
Yeah, you're feeling good, man. You know what I mean? Like you're a good kid and you didn't mean that without any fucking malice.
Maybe you did.
Or maybe you fucking did and you
Maybe
might
you
get
did.
it in game 2 because fucking karma's a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the troll's going to come after you. I saw him what he did when he played you in the Broncos.
Broncos versus Rabbits.
You know, like he's got that in him, man. He goes at you, Latrell, personally. We take it personal. He'll fucking, you know, like he...
It's like
Yeah.
receipts, baby.
You know, so like I think I just want to see the tone that he said it in. I don't think he said it with any malice, but
You just want to see the
it's just
occupier.
how you put it out of context. It's like, yeah, well, maybe we do. Yeah, because hey, you got to understand the history of Origin. We took their players for 80 years. We made them play for fucking New South Wales and bash their own fucking mates. Like, so yeah, we do in a way. So imagine if you ask a question like that, say, oh, you know, Walshy, what do you think about, you know, they took players for 80 years and then this is how Origin started. Do you think they run the game? Yeah, I think they think they run the game. Blah, blah, blah. That's how it's taken out of context. Anyway, just get a bit smarter. But if you fucking meant it, ooh, bring on game 2.
Fuck yeah, and own it. Let's get
Own
after
it. Own that shit.
Origin
Get it.
season
Wait,
McGrath.
fucking first energy again. Go up fucking Payne Haas or something off that first kick. Go at it, please.
Do you reckon he's got into him to go with Trell Mitt? If Trell
Fuck,
Mitt
mate.
plays.
And I reckon Trell Middle will fucking rag him so bad, and it won't. Even I reckon it won't be like a fucking banger hit. Like it'll be like hold. It'll be It'd be super aggressive.
it's
It'd be a
gonna be
penalty and everything like that. It'd be
Yeah.
fucking little pushes and shoves.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I haven't got a problem with it. I know the history of the game.
Well, after we're done at the Blue Ivy Blue,
Yeah.
rooftop bar, bang, go down and watch it and we'll see what happens.
We'll see.
All right, moving on to round 13, round 14 review. Just need to get that going. Round 14, the season is flowing, OG. Tigers versus Raiders on Friday night, 19-20. Some nice little touches by Jamal Fogarty. Sticks leadership gets the job done. And the contentious call in the whole thing, what's your thoughts? We'll talk a little bit about the game and players, but what are your thoughts on the deciding penalty?
It was a penalty. Like, what are you doing? Probably they did such a great job to get back. I watched that game. I thought I wasn't going to watch the whole game. I was like, fuck, Cam was going to smoke him here. 18-0. And
Tigers were hanging in there, right?
Tigers,
No way.
yeah. It was just like they would have been thinking, a couple of tries off kicks, boys. They haven't earned those tries.
Yeah.
All that sort of talk. You know what I mean?
First one was nice from Fogarty.
Yeah,
Second one, I think it was 50.
fucking hell. You know, come on. You know,
Well, yeah.
if the ball starts going our way, end up getting back in the game. Brooksy 19-18. Like, you know what's going to happen down there. Like, you just don't go near. You don't go near the legs. You can put
a tough one.
You know, but you put all the mad pressure on and everything like that. These kickers stay there.
Yeah.
You see Fogarty try and get out of the way?
No.
Stay there. He'll
Yeah,
cop that
well,
hit.
you've got to if you want to hit
You've
it.
got to,
straight
yeah.
through.
But like even like so when like Papali'i's coming over, there was no intent there or anything like. He just got it wrong.
I agree.
He got it wrong.
But it's still a penalty.
And it is a penalty.
Yep.
It is a penalty because you got to think worst case scenario.
Yes.
And these refs have got to start thinking that as well. Are we waiting for a bloke? Like especially when the kickers are vulnerable, for a guy just to fuck around, bang, ACL. You know, like a proper
It's very
injury.
rare. It is very rare, but
It happens.
Do you know the last time it happened? Do you remember?
Did
who
Pricey do it to Scott Prince?
No, right team as in the Bulldogs.
Steve, to the young kid from Cronulla. The Hawk, no?
Remember that incident? James Graham on Adam Reynolds.
Right.
Remember that? There was James
was that
Graham.
when he did that?
That was when he did the finger.
Right, and then they got the penalty.
And it was Gerard Sutton again. It was the same ref.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the last time it's happened, I believe. Someone might.
Jamie Feeney, I think 2001.
Well, that was before it. That's
yeah,
before.
so yeah, but I'm
That's
just saying,
before.
I'm talking about like an actual kicker. So Princey
busting
went to
that
kick.
leg.
Yeah, he did a tib fib. So
Yeah.
that's the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
That fucked up Scotty Prince's the start of his career.
Well,
Steve Price to that young kid at Cronulla.
Tony
charge
Kane.
down. Yeah,
Tony
ruined
Kane.
career.
Yeah, he never played again
So like,
after
let's
that.
just think of the worst case scenarios
Yes,
when we're
I agree.
talking about kick pressure. I want kick pressure.
And that
but I
wasn't a
just
drop
don't
kick as well.
Yes.
That wasn't a field goal, sorry.
It's just
That
a
was a
normal
normal
punt
kick.
kick. So like, guys, we coach these kids to go at put kick pressure on massively. We're not coaching to touch fucking legs and when they're in a vulnerable position.
And Papali'i wasn't trying to do that.
He didn't try and do that. He just mistimed it by like a meter.
Yeah.
He didn't. He fucking just tried to get out of it. And as I said, like these kickers, no, you touch fucking legs, it's a penalty. So right call. It's just unfortunate.
I love what Fogarty did too. Even though he appealed for the penalty, he didn't stay down.
No,
and
he got up. They said that 'cause
he
they
got
looked at
up
the
and then
replay.
he appealed for the ref. But it would have pissed me off if he'd stayed on the ground and then grabbed his ankle and did all that shit and then got the penalty.
looked up, yeah.
The fact that he got up and it's like, and I don't mind this as well. If someone gets slapped around the face or get a chop or whatever, and you appeal for it, but then get on and play the ball and don't fucking lie down and don't be soft. I think the players are getting better at it. Maybe they've watched our micro.
One of my take on the weekend, only because yours was so good with the Origin, was that I think they're listening.
Players are
There's
getting
not
better.
many. There's not many blokes laying down.
I agree. I think
they're copping it and going fuck it. Because even the young kid, I don't know, it was one of yesterday's games. He fucking copped it.
Yeah.
A little crusher. He just got up and played the ball.
Yeah, good.
I think it was the young kid for the Roosters, Bolo, the winger.
No, Jackson
Jackson,
Polo,
yeah.
no, he played reserve grade, so it would have been
The other kid who debuted.
Pangol.
Yeah,
Pangol.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bang.
Junior Pangol.
He got in a precarious position.
Yep.
Went fuck, bang up, straight play the ball.
Great-
That's
great
the kid
work,
who's
kid.
making his debut.
Great work, kid.
So that's the
what we wanna
culture of
see.
the club, right?
Awesome. Yeah, it is. Yeah,
It's the
Victor
culture of
Radley's
the
leading
club.
that.
Because you don't coach that shit.
No.
Because you look at that and you got a guy like fucking Jared Warrior-Hargraves as your front rower, copping all these hits, looking at your sideboards, get the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he's got to take that next hit up.
Yeah, true. They've got a good little culture there, don't
Yeah.
they, with that shit. Tigers showed some fight. Who's been nice? Brooksy, mate. The way he's so I've got a theory on the drop goal too, and I've thought this before for that potential drop goal because generally if you get to the traditional shape where you get to the middle of the field, 50 kicker on each side, line up, or generally if he's a right-footed kicker, you like to get to the left side of the post, other way for the left-footed.
Yep.
It looked like he was sort of just sitting in shape where he looks at because he was on his left foot, right? He's a grouse left-footed kicker. He's like this. Felt like his body language was showing he's going to tip it on, grabs it, bang, snaps it. Right? I think more players should try to do that.
Yeah, just kick it.
Yeah, just kick it. But
Just get in the right shape.
yeah, because there wasn't as much kick pressure until late. I think it caught Canberra caught him off guard because Canberra were just getting up in normal defensive shape.
It was on the third, wasn't it? Was it on the third?
It was early. It was earlier, and it was right off the sideline. So.
This is something that you do practice, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's all up to you're going to get set up, wherever you want. Like you may take you 3, 4, never go to 5.
Yeah.
You're going to get the ultimate kick pressure. Even Kiri yesterday, Kiri fucking he had all the time in the world.
He was so good.
I'm like, fuck. He was so deep, and he backed himself, and it was the right time. It was like 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and I'm like, fuck, hard to get back. Fucking hard to get back.
He had a great game. So my theory or my kicking shape, instead of getting to the 3 or 4 tackles to get to the left-hand side of the post for the right-hand kicker, I'd get to maybe the tram line, the 10-metre line, 10 in from the line, set up in fucking shape like you've got like everyone's pushing back like they're not chasing kicks, where you got a halfback in
even in block shape. Get it in block shape and just zing it right back.
Or the drop. So so just say if you get the ball, you run backwards, drop someone, and then square up and see if you can kick it.
Because you've got to have like a game plan now because just because everyone is so fucking fast and you got that one moment you want to charge it down, right? You want to put kick pressure on so it's either deflected or something or they miss it, whatever. Just don't give him a clear shot because these guys are too good.
Yeah.
They sit there and just pop field goals like Birdo and that. He just sits at training like from 50 fucking out, just goes bang, bang, bang.
If you've got no pressure, they clean it every time.
They fucking clean it, mate. So you need to be right in their face. Like that's why it's so hard to get a dropout because all the middles, what's coming. You can see the setup. The setup for a setup, it's about getting that quick play the ball off it. And their 7 just needs to be in a good situation and they just got to back themselves.
Speaking of backing themselves in good situations, the Warriors down the Dolphins at home, 30-8. We talked about it. He was our body science dog of the week, Shawnee Johnson. But I love the chemistry in the middle, mate. So I'm loving Adam Fanua-Blake. I'm loving Tohu Harris. Some nice little subtleties with Wade Egan.
Fucking no. who's the best player in that team? The fucking 12, Nia Cora.
Nia Cora was outstanding.
If you could have like a picture of like what a Warriors player should look like, it's like he's played there for 10 years.
Yeah.
Bro, he's gone back and just like it's got tribal for him, man.
He's a great signing.
He's
been that dude at Parra, man. He's
I know, man. But he just had to come off the bench because Lane was killing it, and Madison and all these sort of blokes.
Sometimes.
He had to play centers because he's such a great defender. But he's a fucking right side back rower. He's
played for the Kiwis.
He's a gem, man. But he's about that. He killed it on the weekend.
He
was close to my dog of the week.
Yeah, well, he was close. Yeah, so when I did the 3-2-1, I had Shawnee. Adam was number 2. Adam was still just fucking unbelievable. Yeah. His play the balls are like fucking 3 seconds or something ridiculous, and he's no one can put him on his back ever. So then off the back of that, then you get the Murata Nia Coras running those fucking hard lines. Then what happens? Shawnee Johnson, bang, right foot, game over. You got that momentum. It's very hard to stop.
That Selesniak and Montoya, go get fucked. They take on the biggest boys. They don't care.
Nah.
They don't care where you are. They get to what spot they want to get to.
Yep.
They don't care. I love that shit,
and
man.
That spot's in right in front of them.
And if it's right there, if it's on like the biggest hitter, who cares?
Yeah, they take
He went straight at Ray Stone.
Yeah.
He got through Ray Stone.
Yeah.
Bro, Ray Stone cuts people in half.
Ray Stone pumped Bunty afire.
Yeah.
Pumped him.
But did you see what he didn't pump fucking Selesniak or Montoya and he ran straight at him.
I watched,
bro, that back fight, like
those two, they're like extra forwards.
And even like fucking Clockstad. You know what I mean? Like so I mean, he's gonna be fighting. We spoke about this before. He'll be fighting. I want that number 1 jersey.
Yeah.
RTS, you come back, but you're gonna be fighting for it.
I think he's gonna be in the centres RTS. Yeah. Darling gets pumped once a week. Once a week he gets pumped, but you know why? Because he runs it like a fucking dog every time.
That
every
hair
20
is
carry.
Amazing
best.
too.
He has to.
He's your cousin, eh? He's your first cousin.
Yeah, second cousin.
Doesn't matter. We're all cousins.
So my mum and his mum are first cousins, and then we're obviously second cousins. I've got to message him and go, bro, like Head and Shoulders, fucking Soul Glow.
Needs to be
Soul Glow from Coming to America.
Fucking ad. Man.
Yeah,
like it's because you got the whole market in New Zealand. Who's his fucking manager?
I'm not too sure who's manager. I think it's Tyron Smith.
Bro, that's because he's a good looking cat too.
Yeah, Tyron Smith ain't got no hair, so he doesn't know about those products.
T hates it. Just wants to cut it off and put it on his. Love you, T. Oh, yeah, I like that game. That was a good game.
It was a really good game. And Dolphins were right in it, man. It wasn't until Milf got sent for 10 in the bin that they sort of faded. Asako's been unreal this year.
Why did...
270 or 80 metres.
He got a try too?
Yeah.
Last one, imagine if I was on that. He was one of my try scorers.
Oh, yeah, he was too. He was too.
What was I going to say? Milf.
Yeah.
That's costly, man.
Yeah, 3 weeks he's got.
It's something that Wayne will just go, why? That's the dumbest, like, Australia, it's the dumbest thing I've seen.
Yeah.
You didn't have to do that. I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Tough one.
I don't get it. It's like, I get it sometimes if you've been playing after Origin.
Yeah.
And you want a bit of a rest, and you go, boom, get 1 week off, and because you know you got loading points. I've done it before.
Yeah.
Bang, and I'm going, I need a week off. I'll get suspended for 1 game.
Yeah.
Just one.
We got Canberra next week.
Not 3. Not 3. I've got New Zealand. Like, I don't know. Like some way I was just like, you got loading points. You're just like fucking here, little one around your lips.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
But that one there, that was just like, that was not called for.
No.
And when, as I say, like when they're vulnerable, when they've already passed the ball, and you're like relaxed, the worst time. It's a dog shot, man.
Yeah.
He's better than that. He's not known for that.
He's not.
He's not known for that.
He put on a good shot earlier in the game too.
Yeah, he's been hitting good.
He's a good defender.
He might be feeling himself a little bit. Fuck, you want to run at you? Want some?
Trying to bang cunts.
Yeah.
All right. The second game of Saturday was the Titans versus Rabbitohs. Titans started really well. Fasul Malaawi, not Tino, Big Isaac crossed nice and early.
Nice.
And then Big Tino finished it off later in the game. But in between that, the Rabbitohs were pretty strong, mate.
Yeah.
The Titans' second halves, are they at this point, if not now already, it's mental, not physical, right? With them?
Yeah, has to be now.
It's getting to a point now where
you're getting to that second stage,
South
second
probably
half,
would
and just going, fuck, are we going to go along with this, or are we just going to just cruise? It looked like that. Like it's sort of like you could sort of see it, like a couple of momentum things start happening for South, and they're like, fuck, it's happening. It's happening. And it's like, no, like, and this is what, how do you coach that out of them?
Well,
how?
Obviously, look, I've been a big fan of Holbrook. I think he's a good coach.
I think he's a good coach. Great coach.
But now,
he's not coaching them how to play football or score points.
Yeah.
He's coaching them mentally.
Yeah.
This is a mental thing. Like, what the fuck is up?
You need someone
get the sports psych in.
Yeah.
Get him in.
Yeah.
Get everyone in. Come and see him.
Yeah. physios and everything.
Oh,
You get all the physios in,
just
strappers.
What the fuck is going on? You just want to know,
Yeah.
right? Like, I know they got some rookies in some.
Do you think they're scarred from the Dolphins game?
Yes.
Yeah, because that's.
I'm like 100% yes.
It's the biggest comeback in history, right? Or second
They had us
biggest.
14-0.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, this is five times or something like that.
Yeah,
Like,
Newcastle, they're up against Newcastle early in the second half.
Yeah.
This one is probably not as
I expected South to win.
crazy because
It was 12-0?
12-0, yeah.
But it was 22-18
But they're playing the
So it
Rabbitohs.
was 22-18 at half time, remember?
Yeah, yeah.
And they got blown out by what?
Yeah.
50-something?
28-46.
46-20.
Yeah.
That's
alarming. The way that they drop
Rabbitohs
off
are that team that can
regardless.
put it on you
Yeah.
big time. No Latrell. Like, it was Cody's show.
Well,
It
let's
was Cody's.
let's get to Cody. Cody,
Yeah.
he's the big name now. He's been
Yeah.
tossed up. If not, for combinations at Penrith, does Cody Walker deserve a spot? With Trell Mint on that left side and the Fox back over on the left. It's a tough one, man.
No, I mean, he's played 4 games. He was part of the, I think he played one in 2019 and then 2020. I think he went on a bit of a run. So he played the whole 3 games. Remember the bang, 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 the Wayne Bennett system?
Yep.
I'm not sure whether he started or not.
I think he come off the bench in one game and then he started in game 3.
He hasn't been held, like, and that's what's going to hold him back. Game 3 in that series, you're like, we need you, Cody.
Yeah.
And you didn't pull the trigger for it. So I think him and Moylan was it no
Kiri. I think it was Kiri.
or Moses.
Might have been Kez.
Was it Moses?
No, Moses filled in for the
21?
game 3 when they were already won. So the series was done. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that.
And then they got dusted at Townsville.
So it's Jack White as well.
Yeah.
I
That's right,
don't
it was
know,
Jack
like,
White.
because he's 30. What is he? 33, 34. And you're looking at combinations. You put him at 6. I just don't think Luai's played bad enough for anyone to even come at him.
Yeah, so this is the hardest one of all, and I'm really struggling trying to settle on this. What I keep coming back to is, the big thing that's always put me off a little bit with Cody in the last couple of years is the age thing, because he's not going to be the future.
Yeah,
and Jerome, if Jerome's going to be playing there for the next 6 years at 6 with Nath, then you've got to keep riding with him. But if you're Freddie, this could be it. Your job's on the line. If he loses this, he's done, right? You think Freddie's done?
It'd be up.
Yeah.
You'd be getting called into the office.
For sure. So
I don't know, like with
fuck
Cody,
the age thing with Cody then.
Cody, I don't give a fuck if Cody was 34, 35. Like, I don't care if he's playing well enough to be like sitting around when all the selectors are sitting there going, fuck, what about Cody Walker? He deserves that.
So it's more to do with past series for you, like the
No.
2020 series.
I just think Luai hasn't played himself out. If Luai was awful in game 1,
Yep.
then you start thinking about you're probably starting to talk Cody Walker.
Yeah.
But he hasn't played himself out, so I just don't like that narrative even putting it out there that Luai's under the pump or Crichton, because they both were, they were up there, like they didn't play that bad.
No, they weren't the reason.
Awful.
They weren't the reason that they
at
fell
all.
off.
So
if anything, they were the reason they got back into the game and took a lead with Liam Martin on that left
The
edge.
biggest thing is the halfback. That's it.
Yeah. So Nico, yeah.
Because everyone's just tossing up Walker because it coincides with Reynolds.
Yes,
And they're
Reynolds
trying to
has been
talk
tossed up.
combinations. Like, no. They've had their chance before. Nico Hines is our fucking future.
Well, I think a lot of people would also be equally as happy with Cody Walker and Nico Hines. I reckon if you go on form in the last 18 months at club level, I'd say those two guys that are a touch in front of Nath. And that's saying a lot too, because Nath...
Yeah, Nate's been a little bit behind, but
I want to get this right. Nath is clearly the best player out of them, in my opinion. In my opinion, Nath is arguably the best player in the competition, or with one or two players. Munster and Cleary if you could pick a player. But in terms of form in the last 18 months, I think Nico and even Cody Walker have been playing better. So
yeah, they've had better moments.
You talk about combinations not necessarily having to be club level or played together. They've got that Indigenous connection too.
Yeah,
They've probably played some All-Star, been in All-Star camp the last couple of years.
I would be seriously talking up Cody if Luai deserved to be talked about like this, but I just don't think he has. All it is like, who's going to play 7? Nico Hines. All right, who's going to play on the bench now? Cody could be on the bench. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure. Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure he won't be, but like, who's going to be on that bench as a 14?
If Nico's starting for versatility, I'd go Matty Burton.
Yeah, same. I think Burto deserves it as well.
I think he gives you more options off the bench
Yep,
than what anyone else does.
I agree. He can handle it easy.
Yeah.
And he can. He's proved it before. He's fucking
2
gun.
Origins last year.
He's just in a position where it's like fucking,
Yeah.
they got Luai and Cleary and they're going to pick and stick.
I reckon because I reckon Nico plays 7. I think whoever they pick at 6 to partner Nico, I think Matty Burton will be 14.
Yeah.
And then therefore Cookie or Coruscant miss out again. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right.
Sorry, that can't happen then.
Yeah.
You can't.
This is it's a fuck job, mate, being Freddie.
Because
Have you seen you look at when someone puts out a team anywhere, fans. I'm on the punters and dribblers page for Hello Sports.
What have they got?
People put their teams in there all the time. That you just get hammered. Like
you can't get it right. Like even
no
on
one
my
can
page,
get it
I'm just
right.
like, fuck, come on, man.
Yeah.
Some people have been cracking Pangai Jr. and that. Mate, he played 27 minutes.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
I've seen you been going.
Someone just goes, you got owned or that lasted long. I said,
not
you
get
don't know
it.
the fucking game, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, God, you're watching 2 different games. Like even Hudson Young, like he's under the pump, you know what I mean? Because he played 40 minutes. Played these guys 60 minutes on the edge.
Yeah. He didn't get an opportunity. That's why I think
Yeah, he didn't get it.
subconsciously I think maybe Freddie has already made his decision on Hudson Young.
Yeah, it's going to be hard. Even Pangai Jr. and he was outstanding yesterday.
Yeah. He was really
This will come down to club football. How you react coming back to your club, and are you the best player
for that second
for
row
those,
and bench spot.
Yes.
Yep, I agree. All right, moving on to a couple of people that will be involved in that. The Sharks versus the Broncos. We're just talking about Nico Hines. I wrote down, I think this is a fair indication of where both teams are this year. I think Sharks are just a tier below. And, the Broncos are in really good shape at the moment.
They look really well balanced, eh?
They're in really good shape.
Just fucking.
They've even got their backups look good. I even like that Piakura. I love Xavier Willison when he plays.
They just attack.
Do you know my one question mark on him? Marty Tupple. I just worry about him. I just worry about
now.
I just worry about him in a big game. But
He'll be under the pump. I think he'll struggle to keep his spot.
I think
the whole year.
Well, he's been consistent, but
but I'm just saying, like 1 or 2 games, I think like they're probably surprised if like he's been going good.
Yeah,
but the Broncos have been going good.
Yes, he's put away the shitty offload and running sideways and that too.
So he knows he's getting limited time, so he just needs to be effective.
Yeah,
just run the ball.
I think
run
he has
the
about
ball,
8 carries a game,
fucking hard
meters.
and fast. If you got a clear offload, don't miss your tackles. He's got a pretty simple job.
Yeah.
Don't lose momentum. Try and get momentum back. All that kind of stuff. You're taking off. You're coming on for Payne Haas or Flegler. You know what I mean?
Kobe Hetherington in the middle.
Yeah,
I like
Kobe fucking hits hard.
Yeah,
he's a Hetherington.
I like him, man.
No, they got a real well balanced side. Even Billy Walters, right?
Yeah.
Billy Walters is probably one of those guys you like. Everyone's trying to have a crack at because of his couple of years in the halves and that kind of stuff. And Kevy's his dad.
You didn't think it was a 9 at first, right, did you?
No, but
I think he's better 9 than he is a 6.
Oh, fucking oath he is now.
Yeah.
I just didn't know what position he was. He wasn't quick enough in the halves, and he just wasn't that good a defender. Now you're in the middle and you're protected by Payne Haas and Flegler, so you're not out wide and being exposed. You got a lot of people around you.
You don't get the one-on-ones.
No, he's in.
Chop your legs.
And people are running directly at him because they're going to spot him up. Like when you're out on that little island out there, 3 in, you are fucking it's a different world out there. So in the middle, everyone's like, fuck, he's improved his defense. He was probably already a good defender. He was just out there getting fucking hammered all the time, they rushed him straight in.
Yeah.
He wasn't no warm up games for him.
I'll give you an example. I remember my tackle efficiency went to like. When I went in the middle, it was like 95%. On the edge, back row, it's like 75, 80. Because you don't get to make one-on-one tackles. You don't get people just lining up and running straight at you.
Check, release. Look at the lead guy, get at the guy at the back. Coming in third man. Do you come in? Do you keep on? Do you keep following around to the short side?
Don't sink in.
Yeah, it's just so many little rules. And if you're the 3 man or like he has been, it's fucking hard. So like him defensively, he's picked up, but his creativity around the ruck has picked up. But sometimes when you got a forward pack like that, I don't need fucking Cam Smith or Damien Cook. I need a guy even with our pack back in the day, Corey Hughes, Adam Perry.
Yeah.
Great defenders. Just pass the ball off the ground, run when he's got one marker, all those little things. And that's what he does, right? Because you want to feed the boys, the big boys. Fucking Bang, Payne Haas, Flegler, Carrigan, Ricky, fucking all these blokes. They want, you know what I mean? They want it. They want the ball. They want early ball, and they get it.
Yeah.
So he's not overplaying his hand. I think he's a perfect piece for him.
I tell you where they're going really well. You're talking about defence. I think their up and in defence has really frustrated the Sharks on the weekend. So, Sharks like that nice sweeping from edge to edge real shape. Reynolds
get you on that fan shape. And
Reynolds was getting up in front of the ball carriers and sort of just spooking them to come back.
Smart defender, Reynolds.
Yeah, he is.
A little vet.
You can get him. So Ronaldo
usually he's been scoring tries when they fan out and like you got fucking, what's the 7 coming across the other way, like Hines
Moiser.
coming across from there.
Moiser, Hines,
Yeah.
Hines,
So Hines,
Kennedy.
especially when they get to the right post, Hines comes real fucking late.
Yeah.
Boom, on the back, out the back of like a
Starts right, comes
Finucane,
left.
and then another lead, and then like Moylan, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. Reynolds is so far past him that he sends him back in the end.
Yeah, it's fucking
And then-
annoying. It's so annoying.
And Jesse Arthur's played right
Yeah.
in shape. Then Cobbo does the same. So Katoni, Staggs and Reynolds get up, but the winger sits back for the kick.
Yeah.
So if they want to kick
Corey
him,
Oates.
because that's how you can get a wedge in defence. Roll a little kick in early.
Smart defence, man. It's smart.
Yeah.
Corey Oates is outstanding too.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Shout out
I
to
love
Oates.
seeing the big. He's been around for a fucking minute, man.
Yeah.
Ages.
I wrote Ren to coach shape. What does that mean? I wrote something in my notes. I don't know what it meant.
Ren was good, bud. He's been
What
playing
did he
good.
do? What did he do? Fuck, Ren did something that made. Now this is gonna piss me off as we go.
Yeah, they were good.
Anyway, I'll think about it. If
Katoni was great. It was good balance. Some really good individual balance.
Jesse
battles
Arthur's has
out
been
there.
really good from this year.
Yeah, he's been
Herbie
good, hasn't
Farmer.
he?
Yep.
Herbie was quiet, and he
Yep.
was fucking. He ended up scoring a late try, was it?
Yep.
But
Punches
the battle
a
in the
nice
middle,
hole, man.
like the Payne Haas, and like, they had every excuse to fucking sort of go, you know.
Yep.
But they got pride in that jersey, and they fucking obviously love playing with each other.
And it was a big game because, like I said, leading into it in the preview,
Yeah,
you push Cronulla further away from you
Yeah.
because I'm not.
it's a bit of a statement game. We just
Yeah.
beat you with fucking 5 players backing up. What are we going to do fresh in the semi
At
at Cronulla
At Cronulla.
in front of all your fans on a Friday?
Fuck, what's that shape?
Saturday.
That's going to do my head in. Anyway, if it comes to me, I'll freaking bring it up. All right, moving on to your Dogs versus the Roosters, Mace, up in Central Coast. 25-24 to the Roosters. We spoke about... Actually, what about the guy you mentioned before, Little Kez, Little Kerry? Have we all passed him? Does he come into... Reynolds' name's been tossed up off
I don't
the
know.
back
I
of-
think him at his best. People don't understand. Like, he had that jersey. He had... Munster was out. Luai wasn't there.
2020.
He was that dude.
2020.
He had everyone out. He had everyone out. He was out 6. How times have changed, eh? 3 years, 2.5 years.
So
not
Cleary
even
must
that.
have been out that year for something. Cleary missed that because Cleary played with...
DCE. It was
No.
a 7.
No, that was...
Oh, in the Australian team, I mean.
Oh, in the Australian team. Yes. Yeah. So, Kez, I thought he was great yesterday. Teddy got all the raps, and deservedly so. Teddy was great, but I thought Kiri was
Yeah, he's
outstanding.
an orchestrator. He was orchestrator.
You know
was good.
why? It's what I've been saying. It's my problem with the Roosters. I wrote down addition by subtraction with Cheese and Radley out. And it's not a knock on Cheese and Radley. It's just a knock on they had too many guys that won the ball.
Yeah.
And we were talking about it before with Origin, right? Where you got too many guys in the kitchen, too many chefs in the kitchen. You need fucking workers. You need waiters. You need people that are just going to do the little things right. And the game was simplified a lot. I know you guys got off to a really good start and put a little bit of pressure on them, but it was the Tedesco and Kiri show, and they played well, and they were a big reason why the Roosters were able to get you late. But I thought you boys were really strong too, mate. You must be, again.
Yeah, the boys,
Does
they would be
it get
shattering.
frustrating?
They would
Because
be
you say,
shattering, yeah.
like, there's so many times this year I'm like, fuck, man.
Should have went away with it.
Yeah, you probably should have at least one more, even 2 wins.
Like
Definitely
16
one more.
or 18 points. So
Yeah.
he'd love to be in that position. But, I think this is a game right now. You're like, fuck. It's one of those games at the end of the year. Like, you're going to go, oh. Imagine
could
if
be
we
the
had-
difference.
Imagine those 2 or 3 minutes when we didn't go to sleep. Teddy was outstanding. Few little, few players missed some assignments, like defensively around the ruck. I
Yeah.
thought Pangai Jr. was outstanding. Him and Hargraves were going at it. That was my fucking highlight.
And Fox coming
And
back.
Fox being great, like
Yep.
just scoring those length of the field tries. No, what a beautiful side, eh? You know what I mean? Like when he gets in the clear, man, that was Suoliti, bro. Like he can
Dusted
go.
him. Dusted
Dusted
him.
twice. And that's Fox at 80%, man.
Yeah,
Fox is at 80, 85%. He's nowhere near 100.
Yeah.
And look what he's doing.
Yeah.
One fucking leg. Like that's dangerous, man. I thought
Speaking of
Burton
one
was
leg-
good, but did you like that battle, Hargraves and
I loved
TPJ?
it. Loved it.
They went at it, man.
Loved it.
And it was fair. Like it was no shit talking. It was just respect.
There's respect in it.
Going
That's
at
what
it.
I like the most.
That's what I like. It wasn't no
Because
cheeky shit.
if either of those two do it to anyone else, they're probably talking a little bit of shit to
Yeah.
each other. But they're like, all right, we're just two big dogs that are going to go at it.
Lindsay was at it as well. Like
Yeah.
I just like that. But I love that's probably TP's one of his best games. I think.
I
And
agree.
that was bringing that confidence back that he had. Just that little taste in Origin. Just the confidence in him. I'm one of the.
He had a point to prove.
I had a point to prove. But hey, I didn't get picked for nothing.
Yeah.
This is why I got picked.
Yeah. I'm that
Hargraves,
guy.
no, yeah, I am that dude. Hargraves is still one of the hardest SOBs in the game.
Yep.
And they both went at it. I love that shit.
Yeah, so do I.
It's fucking mad. Just sucked that we didn't win.
Yeah, just fell short. Joseph Swaliti is looking at 3 games on the sideline.
Why are they trying to paint this kid in the worst picture in the world?
He definitely needs to improve that technique for sure. He does a late little lunge right.
Sorry,
at the
devil's
last
advocate. What about the tackle tech? I love Reed Marnie.
Yeah.
But like, if his head's on the right side,
I don't totally disagree with you.
you know,
But
like
there's been a couple occasions now. Not
Well, he does
just this
lift his
one.
knee, but it wasn't nowhere near as bad as the ones in the World Cup.
No.
Like I've seen him do that.
That's what I mean because he's done it before. That's my
yeah,
point.
I know, but like
Yeah.
it wasn't as bad. He had it really. I think the foot was nearly on the ground when he went through. When
Reedy's tough.
Reedy's too fucking tough, mate. You don't have to go in that hard, mate.
See,
Do you know what I mean? Like he's just. I'm just saying, like a lot of players, just saying that position, just it's tackle tech, man.
Yeah.
If his head's on the other side, you know how much work they do on tackle tech, every club. It's non-stop. And you can just get it wrong just that last little fucking second. It's lights out.
Yeah.
You know, like eyes up, all that kind of stuff. Like,
So you think there's more to the 3-game ban with Swali? You think
man, they're trying to
people
just fucking...
Yeah. They're
I mean,
after it. Do you think they're
I
after
me
it?
watching it in real time, just going, I just thought that was just a fucking hard run. But because he was doing it and they highlighted it in the World Cup when he was really doing it, it was outrageous. It was like Jason,
He had a bad one.
It was like Jason Stevens in 2002. It was
Jason
fucking
Stevens,
terrible.
awful at
Him and
it, eh?
fucking Big Beatty were doing it. But yeah, something that he has to really critique himself.
Yep.
You know, in the 3 weeks. I don't think he deserved 3 weeks. Like I love Reed Marnie. I'm just playing devil's advocate. Like imagine if
Yeah,
his-
you don't have
if
to-
his-
you don't
if his
have to-
technique
there's
was
nothing
on,
against
if his
Reedy.
technique was on point and it wasn't on the other side, there's no knockout.
He wouldn't end up like that.
He
That's
would have,
true.
you know, like there's no knockout there. There's no HIA. It's a perfect tackle. He drives through him, probably puts him on his back.
Yep.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Suoli's an animal.
He's a beast.
Definitely not 3 weeks.
The Cowboys played the Storm as well on Sunday. I've got a little something for you. So I've gone and had a look at our friends, our partners, the Tab, responsibly, of course. The Cowboys are currently sitting at $5.50 to make the top 8, mate. So you said on the way in, you're back in, right?
I'm back in, boys.
Let me give you some stats. They are currently sitting at 14th on the ladder.
Are they on 14 points like us?
They are 14th on the ladder, while the Roosters are 9th.
Damn it.
And they have the exact same amount of wins.
Yeah.
So Cowboys have 2 buys in their pocket. So that's automatic 4 points, right? So right now, 9th and 14th are on the same amount of wins. So I think that's value. I think the Cowboys have got more buys coming in and going to get some rest and going to get troops back. And I just think our friends at the Tab, $5.50, just for something for you, maybe your multis or something.
Valentine Holmes, man. That dude is a freak.
When him and Magic Murray are on,
Yeah.
fuck, that's a strong left edge. Their edge, actually, both edges were good.
Yeah.
Semi Velame, fucking 3 of
Nanai
the
was
best.
looking good again.
Nanai looked very good.
Late.
Yeah.
Lukey sort of, he looked outstanding at the start, then he come off. I'm
They're
not
getting
sure if
troops
he was
back.
injured.
Jason Tomalolo has been named in the reserves 2 weeks in a row, so he must be close.
Yeah, he must be close. Like Jordan McLean was outstanding. Like Ruben Cotter.
Ruben
They've still
Cotter.
got that team. This is why it's frustrating watching these
Yeah,
guys.
they're there.
Imagine coach, imagine Big Rod up there, just like, what the fuck is happening?
No wonder he's on heaps of depressors.
But it's might all come together.
Yeah.
Real late because look at they'll be looking at going. Everyone else is doing us favors by losing, winning. No one can get on 3 or 4 gamer. If you get on one of those, you're in the fucking top 4 nearly.
You win 2 in a row, you jump 6 spots.
You know, have a look at us. We're on like even if we won that game.
Yeah. You'll be in the
You're not
Roosters
far
spots.
off.
You'll be in the Roosters.
Yeah.
You and Roosters are at the same point, right? So something to look out for.
Yeah. Because
But this is-
talent-wise, right?
Yeah.
They're a top 8 team. Easy.
Well,
Easy.
we both had them in the grand final at the
That's what
start
I'm
of the
saying.
year.
Like they should. Fucking, this is like,
I believe they're a top 4
Yes.
team if fully healthy. But that's back-to-back years now. The Storm have been pumped up at Townsville. They just can't seem to travel well. And even the year before, I remember they played Cowboys when they weren't the Cowboys that they are
Right.
now.
They still got them.
And they just got them. They just beat them up in Townsville. So Melbourne just struggling to travel up to
It'll be a
Townsville.
tough carry for Munster in that as well.
Yeah.
You know, like he was thinking, fuck, you know, it would have been, he wouldn't have been looking at records or anything like that. But he's like, fuck, I wish I didn't have to be the dude every game for us to win.
Yeah.
I could just maybe take a couple of plays off, which he never would. But I'm just saying, when you go back to a great system like Penrith, you know, you just got to do your job. It's a fucking well-oiled machine out there. You know what I mean? So like
him and Harry have
to
play tens, right?
Yeah, like Payne Haas coming back to the Bronx. You know, you got some boys with you, man. You got some dogs with you.
They got some dogs up there.
Yeah.
They got some dogs in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Nelson.
Yeah, but I'm just
Island.
like, you know, but like for Melbourne to fucking really.
They're not like Melbourne of past.
Yeah, but he has to be that dude.
Yeah.
Like he has to have like an 8 out of 10 game.
Yeah.
And if he was off a little bit, his kicking game was off a little bit. Like he was sort of.
Did he put one out in the full?
Yeah, in the full when he tried to do a cross kick.
Yeah.
So he'd be frustrated at that.
And he put one really deep, actually. I reckon.
Yeah,
I was watching that one down at the pub, so I was seeing the crossover. All I seen was fucking.
Couple of things. Yeah.
Every time I looked up, Sammy Velamai was scoring.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah. So on to the next last game: Panthers versus Dragons, 26-18. Fuck, Cleary was on before the injury too, mate. He was on. He had a steal about him.
Yeah.
He had a steal about it. He was ready for the game.
Brian every single one that played, they just couldn't wait for this game.
Yep.
That's why I felt sorry for Ben Hunt. I'm like, you guys are going to get fucking handed to, even though they did put up a good fight.
I thought Isaiah was
great.
outstanding.
Exactly what you expect from from a great system and a fucking great club and great players, man.
The knock on. Tyrell Sloan got to play to the whistle.
Yeah.
Did you see that call?
Things, yeah.
So like when they had that knock on and it was knocked back and originally it was going to be a knock on, but I fully believe that the ref's seen his body language and the touchy.
Yeah, like they go off that.
Yeah, and they pulled him up. So that Penrith ended up scoring. Then that set, I think it was Isaac Tungle scored the next set.
I rate him.
Yeah,
they
he's
missed
good.
him. What did he do? His peck.
Yeah,
against
Tyrone
South.
Peachy's been good.
Yeah.
In filling in for him, but
what about just Cleary, man? I'm just spewing for him. I knew it was bad as soon as he I saw him come up, then he sat in his chair, and then he checked release and tried to go again, and you could see it go bang. I was like, ooh, that's a grade 2 minimum, that one.
Minimum.
Yeah, that sucks. I think he'll push for game 3. Well, how long's game 3 away? 6 weeks?
Yes.
He's going to rehab the shit out of it. That's going to be his whole goal is game 3.
Need to still get game 2 though. What about little Cogger in Spencer Lynn? You come back early from that fucking testy. Fucking fractured his fucking scrotum, didn't he?
Yeah. I think you reckon he'd be the. I knew if he was he cranks out like he was in the frame for that for game 1. I think if he was going to play, him and Pangai would have been going for that bench spot or starting spot.
I agree.
But he's a genuine bench player.
Freddie speaks glowingly about him every time he does on the Sunday Footy Show.
Yeah, but would you be surprised if he's on the bench?
You look at Yowie, 80 minutes, 13 carries, 1,535, 51, 41 tackles, 2 misses.
Yeah. Man, see the 15 hit-ups, but he touches the ball like 30 times, right?
Yeah. I need to see those fucking grouse receipts. I love those receipts.
It was an awful carry for some of those Ben Hunt boys. I mean, for some of those Dragons boys. That's an awful game to play. They were. I mean, I don't think they let themselves down.
No, they didn't.
They fucking put up a valiant effort.
I thought fucking Penrith were going to beat them by 50 and I reckon maybe it would have got worse if fucking Nath didn't get injured. But they showed some fight for sure. Jackson Ballon, 61 of the best. He played all 61 before he got injured. Jaden
What do you get? Like, was it a head knock? Was it?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. Does Penrith come back to the field now?
Fucking oath they do.
Like massively? Like
Massively.
Even though they have, like it'll show like
Massively.
Luai, I mean, like because Cleary is like he's a gun player. Do you know what I mean? But he's like he just orchestrates things really well.
Yeah.
He doesn't make line breaks. He doesn't fucking, you know what I mean? Like
Let me clarify one thing. They'll still beat a lot of teams. They'll probably win 4 out of 6 games. I don't know what their schedule is, but if he misses 6 weeks, I still think they win 4. But they become human, and teams will fucking be keen. Like Dragons got keen. They weren't keen at the start.
No,
Dragons.
We're chance down.
When Cleary went over the top for that first try for Toto, there was a good battle.
40.
And then they were like, yeah, we're gonna get pumped here. And then, oh shit, as soon as you see Nath, like imagine being like left edge back right, the ball's over there on the right, you're like, fuck this.
Did he just do his hamstring?
Is he done? Fuck.
Grade 2.
I'm about to turn one on here. But it could be a blessing in disguise. I always look at these little things, man. I always think of sliding doors. You think about last year.
Cogger's the one who's coming in. Is that the 7?
Yeah, Cogger. No, but also, when he got suspended against Parramatta last year, missed 5 games, then he comes back round 26, just before finals, and humming and fit. So this is different because he was fit when he was missing those games. Now he's got a rehab. So that's a little bit different, but it could be a blessing in disguise because at the end of the day, if you can get your troops just doing all the shitty work for you, and then Nath comes back at round 20, 21, 6 weeks. It's round 14 now. Could be...
It sucks for him, mate.
Yeah.
Regardless,
I feel sorry for him.
I just hate
He's a great
players.
kid.
I just hate players getting injured.
He's a great... Yeah, so do I. I always wanted to play the best of the best no matter what. Like, if you would go into games, right, and we played 2013 grand final, and Boydie Cordner he was fucked. He did syndesmosis like 3 weeks before or something.
How did he get up there?
And then he played, and there was the competitive side of him is like, fuck yeah, Boydie's playing. Now no excuses.
No excuses.
But at the back of my mind, I was like, fuck, Boydie's playing.
Boydie's an animal.
All right, we'll see you for the preview. Hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll share the link in the story. We're ready to go. Ivy Blue Rooftop Bar up in Caxton Street. Come see us. Let's go.
Be there.